Ocular's been around for about 10 years now. We have no new data to present, so it's a great honor to be able to talk about a story, not about new data, but about reemergence of a company that has gotten much farther than most biotech companies typically get. Our lead product has been at its PDUFA date twice. We've been hit with 2 CRLs. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing and expect a different result, so we've decided to do something that we should have done a long time ago, which is actually to add the skill sets that are necessary for a biotech company as it moves through stages of development. Ocular started life as a formulation company with a medical device background. It's turned into a late-stage biopharmaceutical company. And the need to add those resources and to add the expertise as we go forward is paramount. And what we've done now is we have a new leadership team where 5 out of the top 7 leaders of the team are new and with deep biopharma experience. We will have added over 100 years of biopharma experience by the time our next resubmission for Dextenza. The other thing we learned as a public company is to be quite careful with our forward-looking statements, so I would urge you to look at our 10Q filings to make sure that anything I say is put in its proper context. But even as we look ahead as a biopharma company, what we realize the value that we bring to the industry and that we will always bring is our ability to formulate the hydrogel. The only thing that we will do that is firmly in strategy will be the formulation of that hydrogel, because that's the thing, that is our core competence. Everything else we do on an opportunistic basis, and we're open to dealing with partners to help us do those things on an opportunistic basis. Why are we so sold on the hydrogel? The hydrogel is there's far too many attributes to fit on a single slide about what this stuff can actually do, but paramount among them is a low potential for inflammation. If you can think of Jell-O that you leave in the refrigerator and you leave it outside on a warm summer day, and what happens is it gradually liquefies. That's a good sort of metaphor for exactly what the hydrogel does, and in some ways it is very gelatin-like. And that gives you some tremendous advantages in that there are no enzymatic requirement for the product to start to bioresorb, which means that there's no changes in pH, so there's very low potential for inflammation. In fact, hydrogel has been in over 6 million patients in different guises as a medical device. We've never seen a hint of inflammation. It's programmable. We can do zero order, we can do steady state, we can do tapered, we can do any kind of delivery that's necessary. We can do it over a couple of days, over 6 months, or up to a year if we need to. It's versatile in that it can encapsulate both small molecules, but can also deliver large molecules. We have a program with Regeneron I'll talk to you about where we have aflibercept in a 6-month delivery, a 4 to 6 month delivery into the back of the eye with hydrogel. In some ways, the bigger the molecule, the easier it is for us to be able to formulate within the hydrogel. It also is hugely important in the way that it bioresorbs. I mentioned all you need is heat and liquid and a moist environment for this to be able to bioresorb. And it fully bioresorbs, and as it becomes absorbed, that's when it releases. As it loses its gelatin form is when it starts to release the drug. So when the drug is gone, so is the mechanism. And this becomes very important when you talk about injecting into the intracameral space or very tight areas where when you're injecting for a second time, you want to be sure that there's no husk sitting there from a previous delivery platform. It's also quite easy to create a proprietary pipeline, good IP around it, also some trade secrets that we've developed over 30 years of dealing with hydrogel and the science in our company, and that these are non-standard dosage forms that do local delivery so that it doesn't require the blood to carry the drug to its necessary point of effect. So what we've done is our first area of application is look at all different areas of the eye. We use the punctum, that you see the drain in the front of the eye, the intracameral space, excuse me, in the anterior portion, and we have 2 programs that deliver hydrogel formulations into the posterior portion of the eye as well. Our pipeline at a glance: Dextenza, we're getting ready to refile. We also are late stages of a allergic conjunctivitis trial with that to be able to do proper life cycle management and transition from C-code reimbursement to J-code reimbursement eventually. And we have another intracanalicular approach with glaucoma and travoprost, and 2 products about to enter phase 1 with OTX-TIC and OTX-TKI, as well as the joint venture we have, or the project we have with Regeneron for delivering aflibercept to the back of the eye. You see here is a graph of Dextenza, which shows what it's like to insert it into the intercanalicular space. Thank you so much. It's a one and done treatment post cataract surgery for pain and inflammation. And it is very important because when you look at what it replaces, as we all know, the post cataract protocol is a very complicated protocol of 3 different types of drops. The Dextenza is a one and done to replace the 70 drops of the steroid, which have to be given in a tapered formulation, tapered stance. So the first week it's 4 drops, second week 3 drops, third week 2 drops. This is just one potential insertion. And the customers get it. We ask ophthalmologists what they think of it. 80% say it could become the standard of care. 93% approve and understand that compliance is the key issue. And they rate it as very easy to use in one of our outcomes measures from our phase 3 protocol. Patients are even more excited about it. 100% say it's comfortable. They'd recommend it to a friend. They're willing to pay more for it. The other nice really element of this is that both of these key customers could have a financial interest in the usage of this product. The ophthalmologist because of the pass-through nature of the product, and patients because the Medigap insurance would cover what would have been a copay for a drop formulation. So we're very excited to be able to bring that to market. Moving on to our glaucoma protocol, we have 2 approaches with glaucoma, one in the intercanalicular space, the other for a once 6-monthly injection into the intracameral space, and 2 approaches into the back of the eye. Another of the beauties of this product is that we can actually program what happens after we deliver it. You see on the left the delivery of the VEGF, a very large molecule. We have to deliver that in a long strand, but we can teach it to curl so that it sits out of the visual cortex of the eye and delivers drug over a 4 to 6 month period. And then the TKI, which is also a once 6-monthly injection, which we could potentially do a once yearly as well. Small molecule, doesn't require as much space. So that's us. We have a lot to look forward to in the next 12 to 18 months with the refiling of Dextenza, the first phase 3 readout of our travoprost intercanalicular approach, and then 2 phase 1s that are going into patients, not just volunteers, but patients. So we should be able to get an efficacy signal on those as well. And then, of course, our collaboration with Regeneron, where they will start the second non-human primate clinical trial for a preclinical trial before they go into human. And as we continue to evolve and understand that what we do and what we bring is the ability to develop hydrogel, but we understand that moving into the biopharma world that we need to know how to manufacture, develop, and also partner with companies that have greater knowledge than we do in particular areas. So we are open for partnership and very excited about what our new future brings us. Thank you so much.